Your question over here is, what are the secrets that help you grow and become successful? Top three. Yeah, I mean there are definitely a lot, right? But if I were to say the three things that is is kind of important, I think to me, number one is you really need to enjoy the process. Okay, because um, trading is not a one it's not a short thing that I would say it's not a short term thing that you just see results immediately, right? It takes work and effort. And if you don't enjoy it, you will give up. Right? So you need to enjoy the process, you need to enjoy the entire thing about trading, right? You need to know and of course you also need to know this thing, right? You need to know your big why, right? Like why you're here, okay? Why you want to be trading. Um And when I mean big why, I'm not referring to, oh, I want to make money, therefore I'm here, right? That's not a big why, because if you want to just make money, there's so many alternatives, right? You can start a business, you can do a side income, hustle, you can do e-commerce, so many alternatives, right? So ask yourself, why? Why trading? Okay, so that's the big why. And of course, you need to enjoy the process. So this is kind of like yourself, right? You need to really, again, always comes back to individual awareness and stuff. Um, yeah, so for me, I think I really enjoy it. So, of course, every traders would have its challenges, its hiccups, and things like that in that journey. But if you enjoy it, you know your why, you'll find ways to overcome it. Okay, and that to me is something that is very important. And the more clarity you get on this, the easier it is for you to actually break through. Okay, because when you face challenges and you don't have that force to break through that, you'll be banging, 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 right? You need a very huge momentum force to really break through, and that motivation needs to come internally. It cannot come from outside. Okay, so that's one. I think the other one is the idea here is to be in the game long enough. Okay, and of course this brings back to risk management, right? And being in the game long enough basically means you don't want to risk everything and then end up losing it, and then you feel too painful such a way that you cannot come back. Okay, um these are interlinked as well, because trading is a skill set, and skill set takes times to develop. Okay, it's just like any other profession, right? If you want to be a businessman, you need to study it, you need to have experience. If you want to be an accountant, you need to get study, you need experience, right? It takes time, it's a process. Okay, so if you're not having the proper risk management to be in the game long enough, you won't be able to encounter everything that you need to learn. You won't be able to encounter the different phases of the market, and you're out. Okay, so the market move in phase, right? There'll be times where it's so easy, and then there'll be times that's really tough, right? So case in point, last year was very tough in the equities market, but easy in the FX. We never know this year what it's gonna be, okay? But there'll be good years, like even in the equities market, in the stock market, right? COVID years, that 1 2 years, when COVID outbreak, it was quite easy for the stock market. Right? So the market move in phase, right? And the only way for you to benefit from it is you need to be inside it. If you lose everything, then that's a game over, right? So that's another thing to focus, right? Which is called risk management. Okay, you will have losses, you will blow up account, you have margin call, definitely, right? But the idea is never throw everything in at once. Okay, so the idea here is, even if you margin call, just make sure that whatever you put in the account is it's not gonna be ruin your entire process and entire thing, right? So factor that in. Okay, third thing over here I would say is more of to keep reminding yourself and always be humble, right? The thing here is, you don't want to be at a point where you feel that you are like the market god. Okay, because there's no such thing, right? And I always say this: the market is always right, and even to today, we're still always learning, like, oh, this is happening, studying it, improving on it, developing on it. Okay, so this is something you need to start off, and you need to always maintain in such a way to have an open mind, okay, and just absorb as much as you can, right? Different perspective. You may not agree in certain things, but still listen through, find out if, hey, how come this person will have this perspective in the market? What are some of the things I can actually take away from it? How can I apply it into my own trading and things like that, right? So always be open-minded and keep learning, right? The more you absorb, the faster your growth as well as a trader, right? So these are some of the things I think is going to help you pull through. Okay, hope that helps. Okay.